Hello everyone. I want to welcome you back to our True North Speaker Series. We're here for round 2. We have the amazing and delightful Kitteria Mayo. I am your host, LaShawn Farmer. I'm the Director of Expansion and Design for River District Association. River District Association is under Main Street America, and our whole purpose is to revitalize your downtown. We have the opportunity now to expand into our North Main Business District. So we will be doing things to highlight North Main, and one of those things is this True North Speaker Series. So join in with me today as I interview Kitteria Mayo and get the ins and outs of who she is and who she becomes and who she want to become. So let's get it all started. Welcome, Kitteria Mayo.
Hey, I don't know why y'all.
You want to call Kit? You want to call you Kit? Okay, I like Kit.
I don't know who that
is. Okay, so tell us, who is Kit Mayo?
Well, I could say I am the daughter of Nelson Mayo, Vietnam vet, 2 tours.
Ooh.
The daughter of Phyllis Logan Mayo Mitchell, homemaker, loving mother. But I'm more than that. I am not letting your adversities keep you from your purpose.
I love it. Say more, say more, say more, say more. Take a deeper dive. What does that mean? Tell the people what that means.
When I thought of my life as a child, I did not think of going through the things I had to go through to get where I am now. I was one of the top of students in my class, graduated with honors, went to school on a free ride.
Okay.
Wasn't able to stay because of things going on in my personal life. A lot of people would have looked at those adversities and just gave up or whatever, but I didn't. I knew at some point I'm going to be able to do what it is I wanted to do, whatever that may be. I probably could have did it a little faster, but being the person that I am, very family oriented, wanted to make sure my family was good, and once my kids came, everything went towards them. But when they got old enough, it became my turn.
Yeah.
And I embraced that wholeheartedly.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And you do a lot. And we talk about that all the time. We was even saying earlier, like, you must got extra time in the day that other people don't have. You just like, boom, you get 6 extra hours in the day. Tell us about, how did you get involved with the community? And what did you say to yourself? It's like, okay, this is something I want to do. I want to be in civic engagement. How did you get involved with working with the community?
I didn't even say that was something I wanted to do. I was just being nosy. It was stuff going on around here. And I'm like, why aren't we finding out late? You know, like people in my neighborhood, in my area, hanging out. By the time a program start or whatever, we late. So why is we always late? I need to go out here and see what's going on. And it was things I was noticing I think we needed to do something about. So let me go see what's going on and who doing something about it. Not thinking I was going to be the one doing something about it. But I just want to go, just see what's going on, just being nosy.
Okay, so you was in the healthcare field. How did you do that transition where you say, okay, I got this, I'm working, I'm doing healthcare, I'm fine. How did you do that transition into working into the community? Besides just being nosy, how did you say, okay, I'm going to sit on this board. Okay, I'm going to be involved in the health collaborative. Like, how did you make that transition into that?
Slowly. Because, again, I didn't have the intention on doing so. It was just finding out what's going on. Like I said, being invited by my cousin to, hey, I'm going over here to this Martin Luther King Sunday supper thing. So I get there and I like it. I'm like, hey, this is cool. And my other cousin, Tia, was actually running the program. So she said, well, next year you can be one of the facilitators. I was like, okay, I look forward to that. And then, like I said in my bio, my cousin Christy was working with Middle Border Ford at the time.
Yeah.
Knew I was in healthcare. She was like, join, our healthcare groups or whatever. That was very interesting, engaging. And it made me look at healthcare from a different perspective. More towards like the policy sides advocacy and stuff like that, which we need.
Right.
Being clinical frontline worker, we need that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So just as time went on, just really I didn't ask to do anything. I was asked, and I was like, well, okay, I'll give it my best shot. And it kind of like snowballed, especially when I joined the auxiliary, the American Legion Auxiliary. That they had been asking me for years. One of the ladies was actually a friend of my mother's. They used to be neighbors back when like preschool age and stuff like that. So finally I gave in. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll join. Well, then a couple of months, I'm the president. Like, how did this even happen? Then I become the president. Then I got started asking about being on certain boards and more work groups, and it was just, like I said, it was like a big snowball effect. I guess people were seeing something in me at the time I didn't even know I possessed. For me, it was just doing what I do naturally. It was not even a thought. Just, okay, there's a need, fill it.
That goes back to that purpose thing.
Mm-hmm.
That goes back to that purpose thing. Tell us about tell the people about some of the boards and things that you are affiliated with.
Boards right now with Kaleidoscope. That's the LGBTQ nonprofit. We work with youth and other members of the community. They want to feel comfortable. We got do programming, entertainment. There's different things catered just towards that lifestyle education, which they help educate me, because at the time I did not even know there were so many adjectives and descriptions for them. It's like it's a whole little pamphlet, and they come with flags. I'm like, oh, it was just as cool. They just like opened my eyes.
Yeah,
because I never had a problem with them, and I think everybody should be treated equally. It doesn't matter what your sex is or your preference or whatever. That's your business. As long as you're not forcing it on anybody else, why should you be discriminated against or be made to feel less?
Exactly.
So I was like really big on that. I'm also in the Danville Art League. We put on art shows, provide educational tools, do critiques. There's different things. Which look for us in the fall. We're gonna be expanding our horizons. The Art League, depending on the program, gonna be like a 6-month span. We're not gonna put the wagon before the horse, but we're working on something.
Okay. Be on the watch out.
And how many more am I on? No, I dropped a couple. I had to drop some stuff, y'all. I just got too busy.
But the Health Collaborative. That's your main thing, your main focus.
Oh yeah, that is my thing. I just love being the Danville chapter chair of the Health Collaborative. When I applied, people had to kind of talk me into it applying, because I wasn't going to apply. I'm like, why would they choose me? I don't have all these fancy alphabets behind my name or anything like that. So I went on and applied, and I got it. I could not believe it. Like, yeah, I am the chair. Okay, cool beans. I'm excited. So once I got the position, I realized, which I really realized when I first heard the collaborative, for them to be running so many years, hardly nobody knew who they were.
Yeah.
So that was one of my biggest things when I first took over. I wanted us to be a household name. I wanted us to be, when stuff needed to be done, anything health, with policy, procedures, connecting people, whatever it is, I want them to think of the Health Collaborative. And today they think of the Health Collaborative. Yeah. We are on so many things, so many partners with multiple grants. They bring us in to create, like I said, policies, procedures, programming. They want our opinion on things. So it's just awesome. I have reached my goal.
Yes.
I really have, and it was just a great feeling. So, and we are doing so much that we are now looking at ways to build capacity.
Wow.
Yes, longevity, and make sure that we will be permanent and functioning for years to come.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because it makes a difference when you start talking about the Health Collaborative and to see the diversity in that. And I know that's a lot that you bring to the table. You make sure that inclusion is always a part of it. Whenever you're talking to you, it's like, okay, who's missing? Who's not being representative? And making sure that everything is inclusive to all, no matter where you live at, no matter your race, your gender, nothing. Just making sure that everything is inclusive. And you good about pointing that out. You was like, okay, we need some different people in the room. You are very good about saying that. And so tell me this, how did you grow that confidence? How did you grow that confidence and say, I'm going to be the one to step up and say what needs to be said and do what needs to be done and find your purpose? How did that come about? Where did that come from?
It came from within. I kind of just embraced who I am and just got to the point. I guess it could be a combination of old age too. I just hit middle age. And at this point in my life, you really could care less what somebody else's opinion is or really how you feel about it. If I'm telling you the truth, and it's not in a harsh or malice way,
right.
I mean, you can only accept it or reject it.
Right.
So that's how I feel about it.
How do you tell us, what is Kit Mayo's purpose?
It's to bring knowledge to the people. That's my thing. I can't make you use it,
right? But
I'm always trying to disseminate it. Just whatever I learn, I want to make sure the people know. Like, especially like you want to start a business, I can tell you how to do this. If you need help purchasing a house, I can tell you how to do this. And that is something that's lacking in the Black community is information.
Right.
We're the last ones to find out, mainly because of our own people do not want to share information. So I make sure they know. Now, if you want to use this information, it's on you.
Right.
But you can't say you didn't know because I don't told you.
Right. I love it. I love it. Okay. How did you end up in the leadership role? It's one thing to say, oh, okay, I want to be a part of this. I'm nosy. I want to see what's going on. I want to be the one to get the information back to my community. But it's another thing where you end up being the board chair. And I know you're the board chair, not just the health collaborative, but also the what is it called? The lodge that you work with?
Oh, the American Legion. Oh, yeah, I was Western Zone. I ran like a third of the state. For 2 years, they had to change the bylaws just so I can be able to do it. Because I was the first person to do it in the state. Because most of you can do it multiple times, but not back to back. And I'm the first back to back person.
Give me a high five on that. Give me a high five on that. Everybody's saying, let's appoint Kit. What is that skill set that you have that puts you in that leadership role?
I think it is, like I said, they can see that in me. It's not something I set out. I don't ask to lead anything. If anything, I'm the one in the back trying to escape early. But they see something in me, and I guess it's because I'm willing to do the work. I'm not going to ask anything of my co-workers or anything else that I'm not willing to do myself. I'm going to do the work. If you got a problem, they know to come to me. I don't belittle anyone. I respect all, whatever your position is. I respect that. Titles really don't even faze me. I could care less. Everybody has a job. And you can't do something without all the pieces coming together. So every job is important. So to respect that person as a person.
Yeah. And
I guess they can feel that I'm respect their opinions, their needs. I'm very good in identifying people's strengths and weaknesses and being able to use those in a way that's cohesive and collaborative and productive.
How do you motivate them to do that?
Just being me. For real, I don't do nothing extra. Like I said, when a person knows they can trust you, when your word is your bond for real, you're going to respect them and you're going to go to bat for them, they're going to do it automatically.
Yeah. So tell us, how do you balance all this? Work, community, self-care. How do you balance? What is balance?
It's a work in progress. It is. Like sometimes it get a little overwhelming, but I have learned the power of no.
Okay.
Some stuff I just cannot do. Like right now, my schedule is so hectic. I'm working on 4 different programs and plus other stuff. I cannot take on one more thing. So no need. I'm telling y'all now, no need to ask me nothing before the end of October, November. Let's look towards November. But that's one thing. And then I try like at least one day a week. I take to do nothing. I don't care what it is. I just nothing. I'm not opening any books. I'm not reading any emails. I might watch. If I do read a book or something like fantasy or something, but I might even watch TV. I watched TV the other day for the first time in months. Didn't know what my remote control was, so I had to find that. No, I'm not a big TV watcher, but my series back on now on Prime, so I'll be watching every Thursday. So. Yes, I am. I love like music and dancing. So I dance in my kitchen. My daughter's cat be looking at me, but she don't want to join, but that's okay. And I just stuff like that. It's just taking a minute to take a 30-minute nap during the day because you've been up since 5 a.m. But I'm getting better about the work-life balance because one time it was really, really bad to the point I was having 2 hours of sleep per day and stuff like That's before I fully transitioned from the clinical side. You running 12, 16-hour shifts overnight, and I still will have to be at these meetings. I'm running it. I'm like the leader. You can't just say, hey, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
There ain't going to be a meeting if you don't show up. So, so that was great when I was able to transition over. It gave me, a better balance. I can sleep at night.
Yeah.
So like most nights I at least have 5 now, 5 to 6. Some days I get a whole 8, but 5 is great. So
you can function with 5.
Yeah, it's better than the 2. So it's good with that.
Now you talked about dancing in your kitchen, and as we can see today with your shades and everything, how did you have this eclectic style to be so unique? Where do you get the personality or how to go against the grain, to go against the norm, to say, oh, this is what I like, this is what I'm gonna wear, this is what I'm gonna do? Where did creativity come from?
From the women before me.
Okay.
I didn't even realize how much I was like my mother until she passed. When I started, like really, when she had gotten older, she was wearing like little grandma stuff,
No,
like little T-shirts. She wearing her little T-shirts, whatever. But I would hear all these stories about when she was younger, especially her 20s and 30s. The little debutante from White Rock Hill. She got these custom outfits, and she was the only girl of 4. And she was just spoiled and yada yada yada. She always looked pretty decent when I was a kid, but ain't nothing fabulous. Like they was talking, And then I started really going through her stuff and looking at older pictures and like my great aunts. Again, she another I used to pick on with her and her Tams. Now I wear Tams. I have them in all colors. Like, what in the world is going on? I'm turning into these old ladies. But they did. I guess just watching them, like in your subconscious, you're not even thinking about it. Like the red hair. My mom wore red hair, and I didn't even think about it because she didn't wear it so long.
Yeah.
Like her high school graduation picture, she got her red bob in her hair, and it's just crazy. Like now, with the hats and stuff, yes, but the flowers, I don't know. I'm surprised they got a flower in today.
Yeah, that's what
But I always, yes, I love my flower. Like I gotta have a flower, a hat, but something on my head. I don't know why I don't have one today. Probably because I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
That'll do it.
Yes.
How do you choose the color? Like when you wake up in the morning, what makes you say, okay, I'm gonna pick pink today. I'm gonna pick a blonde today. I'm gonna pick red today. Where does that come from?
It's my mood I'm in. Sometimes it's what am I gonna be doing? I don't know, mostly it's just my mood. Sometimes I actually talk to God about my outfit. I'll be like, what should I wear? And then I sit there and think about it. Then I get this just hit, like this little seed just drop, and I got a whole outfit. Then I get to the event and I'm coordinated. I'm matching the event. It just be crazy. I be laughing to myself.
And one thing, I know we're getting off track or whatever, but one thing I noticed about you, Kit, I have never seen you have a bad day. Like you talk about, I was operating on 2 hours of sleep, or I was doing clinics and sitting on all of these boards. Every time I seen you, even though we was going with the things with your mom, every time I seen you, you got a smile on your face. Like you smiling through adversity, anything you do. Where does that come from? Like, how do you do that? What is that?
The Lord said you're not supposed to look like what you go through.
Okay. Do you want to speak more on that?
I mean, there's just if you walk around looking sad and drunk, people might ask what's going on or whatever, but they really don't care. They just being nosy.
Yeah.
Your true family, your close family and friends, yes, and those are the people. If I'm going to talk to someone, they are the ones I'm going to talk to. But otherwise, there's no need. And just be thankful that you are able to walk around and smile. Maybe that smile will brighten up somebody else's day who having a bad day, So there's no need to be looking all pitiful and all the pieces.
Yeah.
Well, you can be, glowing and shining and shine for somebody else. You start feeling bad, just, I go home or pick up the phone and make a call, talk to them, release whatever burdens and move on.
And I thank you for that, because I know it's been days where I had a bad day and I would just see you and you come in with the colors and you come in and you're like, hey, y'all. And I mean, it just shifts the room. So I appreciate it and I thank you for it. And I know for me, it helps me, because if you can do it, because I have seen you in situations where you had a reason not to smile and you still had a smile on your face. So I thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So tell us, what does it mean to be a Black woman in today's society, especially in some of the roles that you play?
It means that I have to bring 100+% every day. They are looking for you to fail, to misstep, so they have something to speak on, something to say. I told you so or something. There is no room to slack or failure because someone is watching.
Right.
It could be just a little kid. Remember I had the cover of Advanced magazine.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine sent me a picture. They were at a church with a youth program. And the kids were cutting out things that expired and put on a little, what do you call them boards? Vision boards. Yeah. I was on her vision board. I was like, I don't even know this little girl. And it has made my day. Every time I think about it, if I feel like even an inkling, like I'm tired, I'm ready to give up, I just think about that little girl who looked at me and saw something like that to be on her vision board.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Tell us more about your organization, the Danville Phoenix Foundation.
It was the foundation, when I first envisioned it, was to help promote local artists, especially artists of color. Because I had noticed working with different industries, such as the fashion house and Brian Hood on different things, whatever. They expect people of color to do the work that they'll pay somebody else to do. They want us to do it free.
Yeah.
But they're going to pay somebody else. So my thing was to give them the platform to be seen and get out there and promote them. I wanted to create funding also to be able to help youth pursue their creative side of life. Maybe provide transportation or something like that. But it seemed to morph more into like a speaker series, inspirational talks. Now more than ever, I'm doing heading more towards consulting.
Okay.
consulting on different things, helping people find grants and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons I hadn't like went to go get an LLC or nonprofit status yet. I said, well, let's see where it goes, where God want me to take this. I know I need to do this, but where does God want me to take it?
Yeah.
So I'm seeing it more now as, like I said, like consulting, like making that the part that helps fund the nonprofit part. So that's going to allow me to do those things I wanted to do, to help those kids that want to dance but can't afford it, or they want a box but can't afford it. You know, they can come to us and, you know, get that help.
Okay, so now tell us, what does it mean being an entrepreneur for you? With the whole foundation.
Self-sufficiency.
Oh, say that again.
Self-sufficiency.
Okay.
Yes, that's something, you know, I'm working on it now, slow, but I see it growing and really being a part of the community and generating income not only for myself but others. You know, by the time I'm about 60, because I plan on being fully retired by then. That's the plan.
Okay.
It is. I'm not gonna be old, still working. No, I need all my time to myself.
Me and my husband talked about that the other day. I was like, 55, I'm done. I don't know what he got to do, but I'm done at 55. And he was like, but I'm going to keep working. Okay, do it. But 55, I'm done. I done put it out there. I'm going to have enough income to do what I need to do, to live the life I want to live. But at 55, I'm going to be done. I don't want to retire and pass away, or retire and then be in the state that I cannot do anything. Yeah. You know, I want to travel. You know, I already travel and, you know, go on vacations and stuff, but I want to be in there where I don't have to worry about I got to be back at work on Monday. I just want to say, okay, I'm going to stay another week. Or I want to do one of those cruises where they be gone for 6 months.
Yes.
A 6 month cruise.
Yeah, I love cruising. Yeah, that's my max.
And
I'm not working a day past. That's when I can really recharge.
Yeah.
Cause you know I'm at home. The phone constantly ringing. Except I did got my phone now, like my work phone. I just cut that off. But my personal phone, which a lot of people have that number, I got my phone set that it does not alert me, ring, text message, or nothing after 11 o'clock until 8 o'clock the next morning. Then I make sure I take my watch off so I cannot be alerted. I've learned my lesson. One day, it is 7:30 on a Sunday morning, and people is calling me, what exactly do you want me to do for you on a Sunday morning at 7:30 in the morning? Any agency I could call is closed.
Right.
You just couldn't wait till tomorrow. So that's what I knew I had to really do something.
Yeah.
If you don't respect your own time, nobody else is going to respect it. So they know I don't care what you're saying, emails, whatever. After 5, I'm not even checking the emails. So it's going to sit there until the next day. Unless it's something I really am looking for or something.
Yeah. But you the type, you can go out to eat by yourself. Mm-hmm. And you can go to the movies by yourself. And you can go on vacation by yourself. How do you do that? Teach me how do you do that?
For me, you get tired of not being able to go somewhere because your friends can't go. Like for me, I don't have a significant other, so I ain't gonna be sitting in the house. So I just learned how, small steps like I might go somewhere like culture or something. You already know you're gonna know somebody down there. So just start doing like little stuff like that, or instead of maybe a whole meal, start off or maybe go somewhere and have a appetizer and a drink. Some of a few minutes. And after a while, it just became like a common thing.
Okay. So I just go out
my own company is great.
I went out to eat at Olive Garden one day by myself. I said, I'm going to try it. Miss Cindy told me. Told me. She was like, just go out to eat by yourself. I was so nervous. I was nervous. I was sitting there and the waitress saw that I was nervous. I had the best waitress at Olive Garden. I don't remember the young girl's name, but I thank her to this day. I was sitting there and she was like, are you okay? Are you waiting for somebody? I was like, no, I'm out to eat by myself. My friend told me to try it. And she was like, okay, what do you want to eat? And I was like, the menu. I was so nervous. I forgot to even look at the menu to order. And then I finally got in a groove and I pulled out my laptop. I said, I'm just going to work for a little bit and everything. And then I just got in the groove. Now, I haven't did it since. I think it's just too much on my anxiety. I need somebody to talk to interact with. I start talking to the other people at the table.
That's fine.
Okay.
Instead of sitting at the table, sit at the bar.
Okay.
You can always talk to somebody at the bar.
Got you. I got you. I was so
If you want to
nervous.
talk, just sit at the bar.
Okay.
But I sit at the table because I don't want to talk. Because I already know I'm going to talk. I talk to everybody.
Right. And you know I'm ready to be an empty nester. My husband and I ready to be an empty nester. And
That is great.
I don't know what to do. I'm so nervous.
Don't worry, they come back. My daughter came back. I'm trying to get her back out. She needs a
right.
leg. She's 24. Then you say you were spreading your wings. Why are you back?
Get Josiah's in the 10th grade. And he already got a free spirit. So he don't be at home anyway. So I was like, what do? I don't have to take anybody anywhere. I don't have to do anything. So I was like, what do I do?
Do you? What do you want to do? You are free.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm taking notes. I'm watching you and Miss Cindy. I'm watching y'all because I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm going to show up.
That's your time you can really start traveling. You ain't got to worry about all this cooking. Cook your own foods. You know how to cook, you know. And you know, we always at meetings or something, so they feed us half the time. So I really ain't got to cook. Yeah. And if I just want to pick up and go, I just pick up and go.
So this whole speaker series came about because of the revitalization of North Main. So tell us what you remember growing up about North Main.
Well, we started out over here in this North Main area, really in Camp Grove. My mother is, like I said, is from White Rock, her family. And I live over in White Rock now, 4th generation. But as a child, we moved.
So pause, 4th generation.
Yeah, White Rock.
I love it. Okay, go ahead.
So we ended up moving to the south side. And I just remember coming over here to the north side thinking I was not in Danville and somewhere else. Because the whole vibe and everything over here was totally different from the south side. Especially right here in this area around Worship Street and stuff like that. It was just like their own town. It was just the whole vibe and everything was totally different. And I stayed on the south side probably until I had my own children. There was probably about 6 and 7, something like that, 6 and 8, when we moved over here and have been back over here ever since. They're 24 and 26 now. And they are true north side kids. It's mostly what they know is north side. And it's great. We surrounded by family. Like I said, we all north side, that whole 3rd Avenue, Locust, all that is just all family, just scattered all up in there. And where I live, it's a great neighborhood. When I first moved over there 9 years ago, it was mostly older people. It was predominantly white. My kids was the only kids, and there's probably 14 and 16, and they were the only kids over there. And over the last, I would say 3 to 4 years, it has really exploded as the older people are selling their homes, getting smaller homes, moving to Florida and different places. So now it's a whole lot of kids. We got school buses rolling all through there now, and it's more even, black and white, young and old. It's a great mix. And I like my end because we kind of look out for each other without intruding on each other. My neighbor, her daughter died 2 days after I buried my mother.
Wow.
She is 90. She just turned 94, which is her birthday. Her daughter died on her birthday.
Wow.
Yes, and so that's both of her kids gone. She's got her grandkids. And we kind of help each other, I guess, through the grief, check on her. I need to check on her a little bit more, but my lifestyle is not conducive for that. But I do try to keep an eye on her and make sure she's all right. Because I miss her being out. She doesn't come outside as much, and probably because, she's still grieving. It's one thing to lose a parent. One day you're going to lose a parent. But to lose your child, and she's lost 2 of them. The only 2 she had, both of them gone. So she doesn't move around a lot. Our grandkids do come over there, and I try to, really engage with her. Because she's a funny little lady. I love her to death. noticed everything, and she thought I was my daughter because I knew I changed my hair.
Like that.
Yeah, because I knew I changed my hair a lot. And at one time, I used to keep up with my exercise. I'm ready to get back into it. I'm ready to get back in the groove. But anyway, she said, I saw your daughter walking over there. Walking. I guess you're getting some exercise. I'm like, it was me.
It's a different color hair.
Yes, it was me. Oh, it was you. Yes, it was me. Okay.
And see, I love that because that's one of the things that we really talk about when we start talking about revitalization of North Main is neighbor knowing neighbor. Because that's what it's always been. When my grandma lived over here, I knew everybody on my grandma's street. And they knew me. And their first thing would say, I'm going to tell Miss Annie, you down there. I'm going to tell Miss Annie you went up there. Or either I go in the store, they would buy candy for me. It was neighbor knew neighbor. I knew my grandma's neighbors. And it was like an important thing. They was, go down there and tell Miss Thomasina such and such. Like, go to the street and tell your aunt such and such. I knew the community. I knew I could go to Salvation Army and get me something to eat. Like, I knew the community. They knew me. Even to the other day, I went to Salvation Army, and Mr. David knew who I was. And that was, 20-some, 30-some years ago. We knew each other, and I think that's one of the important factors that we have to make sure stays a component when we start talking about North Main is neighbor knowing neighbor. I think that's very important. What do you see as a possible vision for this whole business corridor?
I think it holds great possibilities. It's just getting everybody else to see it.
Yeah, I agree. What legacy do you want to leave behind?
Just walk in your purpose. Anything is possible. Don't let what naysayers deter you from your dreams and your purpose.
I love that.
Yeah, because I had a lady when I was younger tell me I was going to be nothing. I think about her every now and then. I said, when she dead now, I said, I hope when she see me, while she floating around, I hope in heaven, how I turned out.
Yeah. Because she got that all wrong.
Everybody's path is different. You can't judge your life and compare your timeline to somebody else's.
Yeah.
There's certain things you might have to go through for a reason because it's aligned with your purpose.
Right.
They walking in theirs.
Yeah. What's your favorite mantra or quote? We'll end with that. Tell us what's your favorite mantra or quote?
I can do all things with Christ that strengthens me.
Guys, here's Kitteria Mayo. I want to thank you for showing up. I really appreciate you doing this speaker series. Thank you for everything that you do in this community and continue to let your light shine.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. See you guys next time on the True North Speaker Series.
Bye, y'all.